So real quick, again, the nodes are booted from the croit image. So we need to make sure that we have the network switches ports configured correctly. We also need to make sure that the BIOS boot has the NICs set to PXE, and you also have the right boot order. Our networking configuration is flexible. We do recommend LACP simply to maximize throughput. And if you are tagging the croit and Ceph networks on the same NICs, we can support booting off of that. But you need to make sure that your switch has support to configure the ports with LACP failback. So that is something that would need to be checked ahead of time. But that is a networking topic that we can tackle later. Um, this is a zero-touch provisioning and it's stateless, so OS and configs are not installed on the disk itself. This guarantees all of your nodes have the same versioning across the OS, kernels, libraries, Ceph, and gateways. This can be a common issue in some non-croit Ceph deployments. This also means that it's fast scaling, 4 or 400 nodes. It doesn't matter. You don't have an OS to configure and manage. Our software takes this off of your plate. All Ceph configs and keyrings are handled. And if for some reason you have a bad config on a local node, just reboot it. Again, we're stateless. Nothing is persistent on the host. Everything runs in memory. The configs are all on the manager. This also means that you don't need a RAID card, you don't need to protect the OS, you don't need a backup, you don't need to use additional drive bay slots for the OS disks. The boot images themselves are stripped down to essentials only, so this really helps with security. And the OS images are vetted with the most stable versions and configurations. We also offer hook scripts to customize the nodes at boot. This is useful if you have specific tools you require, like in-house monitoring agents. We can go into this later. We're also hardware agnostic, so as long as the hardware drivers are built into the Linux mainland channel, we support it. At boot, we detect the hardware of the server, including NICs and drives. And here's an example on screen of what that looks like. So once everything has finished fully booting, we will be able to see the NICs and the disks.